Hey everyone, it's Paulette with Me to Endure Fitness. Today I'm going to be sharing a general guideline on good carbs and bad carbs. Just as a rule of thumb, carbs in their natural form, they're generally healthy. However, we want to keep in mind that just because carbs are filled with nutrients, depending on somebody's current wellness or their gut health, it may not be suitable for some people, or those who are having Crohn's disease or having inflammatory bowel syndrome, or people that have diabetes, for example. We want to take a look at everybody's health individually. We don't want to exacerbate anybody's current health condition with adding any sort of fruits or vegetables or carbohydrates that could wreak havoc on their current health condition. So give or take, these answers may vary for certain individuals. A lot of low-carb dieters state that we don't need carbs to have a functionable body. And to be honest, this is actually technically true. When we don't eat carbs, part of the brain uses ketones for energy. And these ketones are made of fats. The body can produce the little glucose that the brain needs by a process called gluconeogenesis. However, just because carbs are not essential doesn't mean that we can't benefit from them. All right, let's start with the good carbs. Number one is pretty obvious: vegetables. And I mean all of them. However, like I mentioned before, we want to be mindful of anybody who has current allergies to certain vegetables. For some, it is nightshades, like it was for me at one point. And actually, I had allergies to potatoes. But listening to your body, you can determine what vegetables are doing you more harm than good. Second, whole fruits. This is apples, blueberries, strawberries, etc. Now we want to keep in mind, like I mentioned before, there is such a thing called the glycemic index. And depending on your blood sugar levels, if you're diabetic or you have gut health issues where you need to reduce your sugar intake, then low glycemic index fruits are more suitable for you. Legumes. This is kidney beans, lentils, peas, etc. And we want to be mindful of certain individuals that could have certain allergens to estrogenic beans or legumes like chickpeas, for example. It can mimic estrogen and even the soybeans. So if you have allergies to soy, some legumes may not be too suitable for you or can cause gastrogenic discomfort. Number 4, nuts like almonds, macadamia nuts, walnuts, peanuts, etc. And just make sure that you don't have any certain allergies to any of these nuts, because there are individuals that currently do. So if there's any sort of hay fever or tightness of throat, trouble breathing, then you want to make sure that you stay away from those. The next one is seeds, chia seeds and flax seeds, for example. They're very, very nutritious, high in omega-3, and you definitely want to incorporate these in your diet. Generally, most people don't have allergies to them, but you just want to make sure. Number 6, whole grains. Grains like brown rice, oats, and quinoa. You want to focus on whole grains that may not wreak havoc on you if you are gluten sensitive or if you have a gluten allergy or intolerance. So these are gluten-free grains that work pretty well for anybody. Number 7, tubers, like potatoes and sweet potatoes. These usually are very high in either vitamin A or vitamin Bs, and so you want to incorporate these in your diet that also are gluten-free for those who are gluten sensitive or have any sort of issues with gluten. Alright, so now let's get into the bad carbs. Well, we already know the number one should be sugary drinks, like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, carbonated drinks that have such high intake of sugar or have artificial sweeteners and flavors. You want to stay away from them. Second one is fruit juices. Unfortunately, fruit juices can actually mimic those very high sugary beverages that are not too good for us to be processing such a high amount of sugar with all in one take. Number 3 is white bread. These generally have low essential nutrients and they're very, very refined, making it pretty bad for your metabolic system. The next one is pastries, cookies, and cakes. Like I said, these things are usually refined and loaded with sugar, and they wreak havoc on our metabolism. Next one is ice cream. There are some exceptions with some very, very high quality brands. However, most of them are stripped of their nutrients, have low quality dairy, and are very, very high in sugar. The following one is candies and chocolate. If you're gonna have chocolate at all, make sure it's dark chocolate. And it might sound crazy, but 100% or 95 is the best. Last but not least, French fries and potato chips. Whole potatoes can be quite amazing for us. However, when they're fried or when they're deeply processed, they're packed with oils and other ingredients sometimes and saturated with salts that it sort of loses the whole intention of eating potatoes to begin with. Alright, well you guys, thank you so much for hopping on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell button for more notifications. And until next time, have a healthy and happy day. May the Lord bless you.